First of all, I'm delighted that there is a manifesto on community energy. We want to publish a community energy strategy next year, and having a debate with lots of ideas I think is going to be really helpful.
We have an amazing coalition here today, ranging from the Women's Institute, the Church of England, National Trust, through to the National Farmers Union, together with a membership of more than 12 million people. And I think that this group can make a huge difference, working with its own members and supporters to get them involved in and benefiting from community energy, but also lobbying and encouraging government to play their part and to really give community energy the priority that we think it deserves.
What we've got in the coalition is the key groups coming together to say to government, this is something that needs to be part of our future.
And the power of this coalition is that as a combined voice we can talk to government, we can talk to the people that the individual communities can't reach. So I think through that we can make a real difference.
We need a strategy for community energy in the UK. It can be very important to meeting the UK goals on climate change, and this is an important part of that focus.
I think community energy would be a really powerful tool to really shape up the market, provide real competition and real choice to people on the street every day in terms of how their energy is produced and actually how much it costs, and provide real alternatives for people.
What we think at Consumer Focus the government should do is really recognise the kind of role that community energy can play, both in broadening the range of generation, but also infusing people about energy efficiency and engagement with energy, and really address the kind of mistrust that we have towards energy companies at the moment.
I think one of the most important things government can do for the hundreds of community energy groups that are now springing up around the country is give them a clear pathway with steps on how they can go from the beginning to the end and what support is available.
Anything government can do to simplify the process would be very welcome. And the second thing is that government could do a lot more to encourage partnerships between communities and energy companies, between communities and local authorities, and we've seen in other countries that that's the real route to success.
Today I made very clear to the Secretary of State that if you're going to get consent to changes to the landscape for new renewable energy schemes, particularly wind farms, but not only wind farms, we've got to see the whole government being serious about mitigating climate change.
I think the Secretary of State appeared very engaged in this subject area. We certainly look forward to further work on, with DEC officials to develop a credible community energy strategy.
From our side, very much this question of the fuel poor and how we're going to actually see more people affected by fuel poverty.
Really, one of the things we're here today to do is explain how our projects operate, why they'd be a really good fit for the thinking behind the community feed-in tariff, and to offer to help coordinate a tour of some of the Scottish projects for Community Energy Coalition members, for Ed Davey, for other members of DEC, to have a look around and see what we're actually doing.
And what we think government can do is take a leadership role, follow some of the steps within the Community Energy Manifesto and help these communities unlock their potential, giving them both control of their energy futures and also helping them to reduce their own energy bills at the same time.
Of the three asks that we had in the manifesto, I think the first one around providing leadership really sets the framework for all the rest. So if we can ask DEC, and Ed Davey seemed to be able to commit to that today, to provide that political leadership, then that really does just set the mood music and the tone for everything else to follow.